What is up, guys? I'm Baron from Baron Gaming. Thanks for tuning in to the Takeda tutorial. So basically in this video I'll be showing you some combos I use, but also I'll be explaining what I consider his best utilities and stuff. Because combo videos are great, there's no denying that, but there's a lot of hidden stuff with Takeda that people don't seem to realize or don't seem to care about. That actually makes him a really good character. He has a ton of mix-ups, a ton of variety, good teleport. But he's kind of difficult to play in my opinion. He has so much utility that it's really hard to kind of lock him down and remember all of his stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you a rundown of what I find is his most crucial assets. It's like 5:30 in the morning, so I apologize if I'm a little slurish in my speech. But I was just sitting there thinking about what I was going to do with Takeda, and I thought I'd just kind of explain everything I know with him. So as you guys can see, I have my bread and butter combo I do all the time online. You guys have probably seen it if you see me do ranked, but I just thought I'd walk you by step. And I'm going to show you this combo. It's a pretty nice little trick. It's good for when you're kind of playing footsies with the opponent. You can do a lot of low projectiles. Not projectiles, low pokes. Sorry, not projectiles. You can do a lot of low pokes, kind of playing with the opponent's head. You know, make them guess what you're going to do. And then once they start blocking low, you go right to your overhead. So basically the combo is going to look kind of like this, and then we'll walk through it step by step. It's a really nice 38% for one bar, but like I said, it has a high chance of working if you can outsmart your opponent. Because the beauty of it is the whip snap isn't overhead, so you're hitting them both overhead. So when they're ducking low, blocking, after you play footsies enough, you're going right into a combo that's going to do 38%, and in addition to, you know, how much damage you've done low, so you can easily be doing about 40% or above. But so that's my standard combo. I really enjoy it. Like I said, it does a lot of damage. But basically you're going to be doing whip snap, then you're going to go right into your double spear Ryu. So it looks just like that. But as you bounce them over your head, you're going to go right back into another whip snap. And then bounce again. So you do 23% there. Then you'll do your quick phase. Bam, they bounce up one more time, followed up by your turnaround, which is just your double kick. It's kind of like this. Then you finish it off with one more spear Ryu. And if you don't get the jumping punch, you do 37%, not 38%. So that's my bread and butter combo. It's served me well a lot. But there's a lot of other tools that I've been using that I seem to forget I have. But like I said, I wanted to explain all of his essential stuff. So one of his best moves is the double kick, because it's safe on block. And another tool I use a lot is his sweep kick, which I'm going to put into the combo, which is the shin shatter. The only problem with this is it's not safe on block. So if someone blocks it and you landed in it, prepare to be punished for it. So kind of use it at your own risk. I don't use it too often, but I have a nice little combo there that I like to do as a little bit of a trick. So I'll go ahead and mark the special move I want to use, which is going to be the Kunai. Oh, the Try Kunai, not the normal one. So yeah, his double kick is a really nice little tool for getting in, and then you can run over and start doing your low pokes. That'll lead you into the little overhead combo. So the double kick is a great way to get into people. You know, it's so fast, and it does 2 hits. So most often or not, you'll hit the guy with one of the kicks, and that'll knock him down. Then, like I said, you can run over and do the low pokes, or you can go right into a grab. But, you know, it's really hard to kind of block, and like I said, you're pretty much safe on it. You can kind of get away. I mean, some people can punish you, but more often than not, you'll be kind of playing footsies and getting away in time. The shin shatter is a nice double low. I do it all the time. But here's the thing you should notice is the amount of range you get on it. You can pretty much clear about half screen. So don't be afraid to kind of back away and do it. A lot of people have to get really close and do it for some reason. That's not how Takeda works. You can do it from a good distance away. I'd say about mid-screen. But one of my favorite tricks with Takeda is as soon as you start the shin shatter, and I'm just saying just back X, not back down. As soon as you start with the back X and you do your Try Kunai, it links into a combo every time. And it'll always lead to the bounce. So I mean, if you're, let's say you do your whole overhead combo, you've done so much damage. You've done about 70% right there for 2 bars, but hey, I mean, you've caught the component completely off guard. When I do the Shin Shatter and I do the Try Kunai, I always go into a teleport, which is your down back 3. So it's going to always look like this. And you can end that with an uppercut, and you'll do about 33%, just like that. It's really simple. Or you can be a little bit more flashy and do this, followed by a jumping attack. And it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but you can bounce them again, and then you can do another uppercut from the bounce, and that'll do about 36%. I have a hard time doing it, but let's see if I can do it real quick. You do 36% right there. But another trick I like to do is this. Run into the grab, and you'll do about 35%. 35%. So he has a lot of tricky stuff he can do. Another beautiful asset with Takeda is his jumping attack, just in general. It has an amazing range, and it has a really, really good cooldown. You can pretty much just keep using it whenever you need to. And the one problem I've noticed is it sometimes loses to other anti-air, which it shouldn't. But the range is pretty good. You can see sometimes it doesn't actually connect, and it's kind of weird, so you have to get used to the hitbox. You have to be somewhat close, but like I said, it has a really, really good range on it compared to most jumping attacks. It reminds me of Lex Luthor's jumping attack in Injustice, just the amount of range on it. But one combo I like to do following from a jumping attack, and it can really make an opponent mad because you can keep doing it over and over. So I'll link it up real quick. Let's see. Whip Snap, I'd say, is definitely one of his best combos right now. Then just a simple back triangle. I know it takes me a little bit of time to get this down, but it comes in handy just to note it for you guys so you can refer back to it at any time. A simple combo I like to do is doing your jumping attack. You can go right into a Forgotten Sun, and you can leave it just at that for 16%. Or you can be just kind of like this, meter burn. You can do 32% based off of a jumping attack. It's going to cost meter, but you can also kind of work around it. I mean, if you're quick enough. There's some other things, like if you don't have any meter, you can just do that simply and do 24%. If you don't want to do that, you can just meter. I mean, not meter, but you can just do a bounce right to an uppercut. So his jumping attack's really, really good. It's underrated. But those are a lot of the tools you should pay attention to with Takeda, especially. Is his forward 3. Get in close, do your low attack, right into your combo. And then don't be afraid to, you know, jump attack, kick into combo. But the most damaging combo I've found with Takeda so far is kind of a cool combo. I've shown it to you in a video before. And I only showed the combo, I didn't show the inputs and how it looks. But basically it's a jumping attack followed by Forgotten Sun. So it basically looks like this. It's a combination of the other combo, but instead of doing a jumping in whip snap, you're doing a jumping in Forgotten Sun, followed by this, and then the rest of the combo is the same. You just do a little bit more damage that way. So Takeda can do a lot of damage, not only in combos, but he has a high versatility. Another little trick I like to do to opponents is once they start to catch on to your overheads, you'll feel vulnerable eventually. You can start doing 50-50 mix-ups with Takeda, using your Kunai. And they all have a different range. You have Kunai, close, far, and just normal. So once people start to catch on to your overheads, you can easily start doing overhead to Kunai, overhead, overhead, Kunai, overhead, overhead, Kunai, you know, overhead, Kunai. You can even just do like mid, or like, you know, high, mid, Kunai. And you'll start making people have to guess what you want them to guess. And that can kind of lead people into feeling safe when they're really not safe. Another combo I really like that I feel is kind of underused is his forward 1, 2, 2, 4. This one right here. Hellspawn. Oh. Looks just like that. And normally I would like to do this combo and then go right into Whip Snap. But there's a bit of a delay, and you'll be stuck in animation, and you can't do Whip Snap immediately. You can fix that, however, if you do a Hell Spawn followed by a Kunai. Then you can go right into Whip Snap. So you'll be knocking down an opponent. They'll probably be ducking right into Whip Snap. Or you can even do Hell Spawn into a rope for a little bit extra damage and a little bit more of an easier confirm. And I think that will also allow you to go right into Whip Snap if you desire. It does. It doesn't give you any cooldown. So that's another little trick with Takeda. You can't go directly to Whip Snap from Hell Spawn. You need to add either a Kunai or a rope. Because, like I said, you're stuck in animation for a little bit. So that's another thing. And one of the other things I've really noticed is his air teleport enhance. It goes from behind to an overhead. And that's actually really good because you can go, you know, straight into this combo or something. I mean, there's a ton of things you can do with this combo. But it's just a really nice tool to really mix up the opponent sometimes. Because you'll be going, you know, from all the way across the screen to behind them to in front of them to an overhead. So that's a really, really nice trick to get in there. I'd say that's a little bit more safe than doing just the normal mid to low. But so that's pretty much all I really wanted to say. Takeda's a really, really high versatility character. Like I said, he can go from, you know, overhead to low, to, you know, like low to overheads. And, you know, he has like the whole, he can pretty much control the battlefield if you want him to. And the nice thing about Takeda is if you start to get zoned out, you can kind of do your own counter zoning with the Kunai. And the one last thing I want to mention is the try Kunai. If the last Kunai hits them, it always leads to a launch. It always does. But if the first two hit them and the third doesn't, then it will not lead to a launch. So if you're close and you do that, and the first two hit them, but the third doesn't, it will not lead to a launch. So that's why the shin kick really comes in handy. It always sets them up perfectly for it. So that's really all the stuff I've picked up with Takeda recently. I know this wasn't like a combo heavy video, but I think these tips and tricks will really help you out. It just kind of gives you more of a feel for the character. So basically, in summary, don't be afraid to go ahead and charge in with your forward 3. Start playing the low game right to an overhead combo. Bam, you've done this. The opponent's still kind of groggy, getting back up. Shin kick, Kunai, meter burn, not meter burn, just normal teleport, uppercut. Then you can even do another, as they're getting up again, another try Kunai, another teleport, another uppercut. And you'll easily just be decimating people online. So that's all I really wanted to tell you guys. This is stuff I do all the time in my videos, but I wanted to give you guys just, you know, a little bit of a feel for the character. Not just combos, essentially, but kind of what his best tools are. And it's just really, really neat, some of the strategies you can come up with. Don't be frustrated if you lose a little bit with Takeda online, because he has a lot of stuff to remember. I'm just breaking this stuff down after playing him for about a few weeks. I mean, honestly, I think he's a pretty solid character. I'd say I'd give him like an 8 out of 10 overall. I mean, he just has so much stuff he can use. But then again, the complexity of the character is a little bit higher. So I'd say his skill rating is a little bit higher. But if you want to go for an interesting challenge, I suggest you try Takeda out. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this helped you out a little bit. If it didn't, then, you know, I don't really know. I just tried to give you guys the best pointers I could. So I wanted to give you guys that advice. And there's a few other things you can do with him. Like, you can go right into like a combo, meter burn, teleport, launch, and then a grab. I mean, he has a ton of stuff you can do with him. But another little cool tool is his jumping down back 1. It's an overhead, and it reaches about mid-screen. But you're kind of vulnerable if you don't hit, so I can't suggest using it too much. You can also meter burn it, you know, do an uppercut, and all that crazy stuff, but I don't think it's worth the meter. So, with Takeda, you can move around a lot, I would say. He's really, really good in your face aggressive, because he has all this utility. And he has a lot of ranged stuff, followed by 50-50s. So he's a pretty solid character. I would suggest trying him out. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them the best I can. I'm not like a master with Takeda. But there's just some simple stuff that you guys should pick up. And just make sure to make a note of it when you play him. Thank you guys very much. I'm Baron from Baron Gaming. I hope this helped you out. And if you liked the video, leave a comment, a like, and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, leave a dislike, and I'll try to work on improving in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.